across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. I'm Kira Godwin, and these are your Solent Sports News headlines. Southampton have drawn Arsenal at home in the FA Cup quarter-final, with the winner booking themselves a place at Wembley. Arsenal are currently top of the Premier League table, while Saints were relegated last season to the Championship. Southampton have previous experience at this stage of the competition, winning 2 of their last 3 quarter-finals. Boss Ton de Ecker praised his side's efforts.
It's been 50 years since we won it for the last time, and I think very often it's just important if you get that little bit of a taste how it feels to win football games, that you just stay on the gas and keep going.
Former footballer Joey Barton has been arrested on suspicion of assault. Merseyside police have said officers arrived at the scene last night and found a man with injuries to his face and ribs. Barton played for clubs including Manchester City, Newcastle United and Queen's Park Rangers. He remains in custody for questioning. 5 players from the Iran women's national team have been granted visas into Australia following safety concerns when returning to their home country. This comes following a team's decision to remain silent during their national anthem in the Women's Asian Cup. The Prime Minister of Australia has offered assistance to the rest of the squad if needed. The round of 16 stage at the Champions League gets underway today, with 6 English clubs still fighting for the title. Liverpool face Galatasaray this evening, and a win would crown boss Arne Slot as the most successful Liverpool manager in the first 100 games of a tenure. Midfielder Alexis McAllister is confident that his team can win the Champions League.
Yeah, it's definitely my dream right now. Of course, it's a World Cup year, and why not to win it twice? But Champions League is one of the most important goals this season. I think we have a team that can win it.
Moving away from the football pitch and onto horse racing. Cheltenham Festival starts today with the Unibet Champion Hurdle set to be the day's feature race. The first race starts in 20 minutes with Old Park Star as the current favourite. We have our horse racing correspondent Max Parsons-Williams here in the studio. Max, what do we need to know ahead of the first race?
Yeah, thanks, Kira. You're certainly right that Old Park Star is the favourite, but it's not a clear view race at all. Talk the Talk comes in at 4-1, while Multi Park sits at 6-1, so there's no certainty that Old Park Star is going to come away with it. Moving on to the 2 o'clock race, it's relatively tight between the top 2. Lumumba at 5-4, Koback de Boards at 6-4, but apart from that, I can't really see anyone else being a threat to either of them horses. Now the 240, again, it's a bit tight. Mustang de Broglie's probably my favourite out of all of them, but Man Lager's certainly an outside choice. 40 minutes later at 3:20, it's a pretty easy one. It's Jaguar for me out of all of them. He's sitting at 3-1 and certainly my favourite. And then at 4 o'clock, Lossie Mouth, a horse has been spoken about so many times in recent years. I certainly think he's going to come away with it. Looking at my day selections, I'd say that Talk to Talk is a top 4, Cote de Bar is a top 3, and Lossie Mouth is a winner.
Thank you, Max. Now on to boxing. Southampton boxing star Ryan Garner is set to be given a world title shot at St Mary's this summer. Frank Warren has confirmed that the strong argument has been built on the South Coast, which could lead to a world title fight being staged at St Mary's Stadium. The undefeated 28-year-old will feature on the undercard of the Jazza Dickens versus Anthony Cacace this weekend. Drac Draper has kept his Indian Wells Master title defence on track with straight sets win over Francesco Cerundolo. The victory sets up a last 16 showdown with Novak Djokovic. There was more British success too, as Cameron Norrie produced an upset by knocking out 6th seed Alex de Moir also in straight sets.
I think I played a good first set. I came out stronger. I felt like I'm hitting the ball better than I have done for a long time. I'm getting better all the time, but definitely was very ropey second set, that's for sure. And it's tough being off court for a long time, and it's more about the concentration, point in, point out, and getting that consistency back.
Defending champion Rory McIlroy is in doubt for this week's Golf Players' Championship event because of a back injury. The Northern Irish man said that muscle spasms were the reason for his dropout. Former professional golfer Paul McGinley spoke on the matter.
There's nobody in the game that's better at staying in the present and resetting after that than Scotty. And I've no doubt he will fix his iron play at the moment, which seems to be off. This is a golf course that really suits him. If there was one golf course on the whole PGA Tour that I would pick that's suited to a skill set more than any, it's here.
That's all from us. I'll be back at 2.